Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Garcia, also known as Mama Breaks, and welcome to the SoCal Card Premiere Show in Brea, California. Okay, it's only 10:15 and it's already popping off in here. Look, it started at 10 o'clock. Vendors were able to set up at 9. We did a little bit of walking around beforehand. But the main thing that I want to come and really hit home with all of you here is I want to inspire all of you to set up at your own local card shows because I think it's so important and it's such a fun way to participate in the hobby. So if you have cards that you feel like you want to sell, putting them up on eBay is great too, but you're missing that relationship aspect that comes to enjoying the hobby here. When you set up at card shows, not only are you buying and selling and trading your cards, you're getting to hang out with other people who really love cards too. You can build some friendships and you can have really good times. I want to go around and ask vendors who I've been setting up with for years and ask them kind of what's their best advice to someone who wants to set up at a card show for the very first time. So this is Mark, also known as Ultimate Pastime. Do they know you as Ultimate Pastime, or is that... Doesn't anybody call you like, hey, what's up, Ultimate Pastime?
No, I'll tell you what, there's actually a couple kids, like I don't think they know my real name. They go, hey, Ultimate. Like, hey, Ultimate. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's cool.
In your opinion, if somebody wants to set up at a card show for the first time, what's your best piece of advice for them?
If somebody wants to set up at the card show for the first time, I would say to bring your PPP. Now, I'm not talking about that kind of PPP. The type of PPP I'm talking about is you have to bring your product. Don't do a show if you don't have product, okay? Make sure everything's priced, or at least you know the prices, because somebody doesn't want to wait around for 20 minutes for you to comp a little stack of cards, okay? And third thing, the last P, is bring your personality. Treat people the right way and greet them when they come up to your booth, because I see so many people, they've got, whether they have nice cards or bad cards, like they just won't acknowledge anybody. I don't think that's right, and it's not going to help their business. So if you're looking to set up at a show, bring that PPP, product, prices, and personality.
What's your best advice for someone who's intimidated by negotiating?
I don't be intimidated by negotiating, because in this business, everybody wants to negotiate, no matter what you have. But in this business, everybody wants it for a little less than the market price. That's just how it is. Like anything in the entire collectible community, everybody wants to negotiate.
Mark's a Dodger fan, so we're going around asking Dodger fans the important questions here. First and foremost, Mark, can you give us your best Vin Scully, it's time for Dodger baseball?
It's time for Dodger baseball.
That was really good.
I was on the spot. I had no idea that was coming.
And second, did Ohtani do it?
I'm not answering that.
Did Ohtani do it?
No, he's cleared.
He's cleared.
Yeah, he's cleared.
Easy. I'm here with my good friend Raul Ruelas. Did I say that right?
Ruelas, yeah.
Here I want to inspire people to set up at card shows because I think it's so much fun, and Raul knows how to have fun at card shows. We'll not get into that, but what's your best advice to someone who wants to set up at a card show for the first time?
Best advice, I would say, is keep trying. There's going to be ups and downs. I would say to just keep trying and adapting.
What advice would you give to someone who may be intimidated by negotiating?
That's a skill. That's very difficult. Negotiating is something also that's going to come with practice. So kind of the same like the other answer is keep trying.
Raul, would you consider yourself a Dodger fan?
Yes, but it's hard to, because I understand it's a business, but like you can't watch games and it's hard.
Okay, let's stop right there because that makes me so mad, and I'm with you. Like, we can't watch games here. It's an arm and a leg to go to a game, and yeah, the Dodgers organization is it's a lot of little different factors, and I agree with you, but we're Dodger fans, so go Dodgers. Give us your best Vin Scully, it's time for Dodger baseball.
Oh man, I'm bad at impressions, but it's time for Dodger baseball.
Oh, right.
That's bad. I know.
Did Ohtani do it?
Did Ohtani do it? I think so. If I put money on it, I would.
Is it a bet that Ohtani did it? I love it.
A lot of red flags and just a lot of money. So how does that just disappear? I don't know. Yeah.
How long have you been a Dodger fan?
Since birth.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just me and my dad always go to games, and that's our passion. That's our bonding time.
Can you give us your best Vince Scully, it's time for Dodger baseball?
It's time for Dodger baseball.
That was pretty good. Did Ohtani do it?
Do what?
I like that.
Yeah. He's got a lot to do. We got to win a World Series first.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you can say he's done it.
So are you a Dodger fan?
I am because I moved here 2 years ago, yeah.
Okay, very cool. Who's your current favorite player?
I would have to go with Tani.
Ohtani, let's do it. Okay. Do you know like the classic Vince Scully, it's time for Dodger baseball?
I do not, no.
All right, perfect opportunity here. This is a teaching experience for me here. So Vince Scully is the GOAT of sports broadcasters and across all sports. And he was a sports broadcaster for the Dodgers. For me growing up, he's called some of the most amazing games. My best Vince Scully, it's time for Dodger baseball is it's time for Dodger baseball. The second question here is, did Ohtani do it?
No.
No, we're not interviewing Angel fans.
I love Ohtani.
Well, as an Angel fan, I'm
Exactly.
sure. Yeah.
I wish him the best, but he did it. He's just worth way too much money.
Are you a Dodger fan, Matt?
Huge Dodger fan. I haven't gotten to a game yet this year, but I went to about 10 or 15 last year, so it's going to be pretty exciting out there this year.
Absolutely. Who's your favorite player?
I mean, I'm wearing the Kershaw jersey, so I can't go wrong with Kershaw.
Can you give us your best Vince Scully, it's time for Dodger baseball?
It's time for Dodger baseball. Try to get the accent into it a little. Not an accent, but like his kind of pitch.
Did Ohtani do it?
No, it was the other guy. It was Ippei. Ohtani's going to keep balling for us. I think he's just in a bad situation.
Agreed. Go Ohtani, baby. For anybody that wants to set up at a card show for the first time, what's your best advice?
Ooh, my best advice is to just go for it, right? Like, you never know what you don't know until you start. So I would just go for it. And then every vendor's really nice, so ask a lot of questions.
So I think a lot of people may be intimidated by negotiating. I know I was at first.
Me too.
What's your best advice for someone who may feel intimidated to negotiate?
I think it just comes with experience, right? So even if you don't start too much with the negotiation, it happens to you so much that you start to feel like, well, if people are negotiating with me, it's fine to negotiate with others too. And plus, depending on what your purpose is, it's always good to try to get things for as best price as possible. So it doesn't hurt to ask, and no one gets offended if you ask nicely.
Are you a Dodger fan, Kevin?
Yeah, I like the Dodgers, but I'm not as a diehard fan as you are.
But if you love the Dodgers, can you give us your best Vince Scully? It's time for Dodger baseball.
Oh no, don't make me do that. I'm okay.
Did Ohtani do it?
Oh shoot, did Ohtani do it? I'm gonna plead the fifth here because we need Ohtani, so I'm sure he didn't do anything wrong.
How big of a Dodger fan are you, Paul?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I went to the last World Series when they lost Game 7, so. But I haven't been since. Kind of heartbroken. I don't know.
A heartbroken Dodger fan. I feel you there. Can you give us your best Vince Scully? It's time for Dodger baseball.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Did Ohtani do it?
No comment.
There you go. So what inspired you to set up for the first time today?
I mean, it's less inspired, more like our apartment was getting filled to the brim with cards.
What's your best piece of advice to someone who's kind of like on the fence about setting up at a local card show?
For me, the anxiety around it melts away once you price everything in advance. And everyone here is pretty friendly. There's a couple hardballers, but overall, it's an easy experience. And you just, you move some cards. At the end of the day, you got a ton of money, you buy some wax. Just start the cycle all over again.
Have you negotiated a deal yet?
We've done a couple. I think for us, it's kind of the realization that at a show, you're not necessarily going to get market comps on. We're kind of getting ourselves used to going 15, 25% off comps.
Are you a Dodger fan?
I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh, no.
That's why I got
Okay. Last question. Did Ohtani do it?
After all the FBI investigation, I don't think the MLB can protect Shohei from the FBI, at which point I just have to defer to our government at that point, where I don't think he's lying. It was the whatnot story for me.
Yeah.
That's like, all right, this guy actually has a problem.
Cool. How long have you been setting up at card shows?
It's been, I guess, over 3 or 4 years now.
Very cool. For someone who wants to set up at a card show for the very first time, what's your best advice?
Know what you have. If you have something that's really rare that you can't replace, don't let somebody like kind of corner you into, stealing it from you practically. Like, try to be knowledgeable and understand that what you have is not replaceable. And also don't hold too long and wait for something else flashy to come out.
What's your best advice to someone who may feel intimidated to negotiate?
I'll give you an example. 2 guys came and they were trying to kind of like punk me out of a Wayne Gretzky signed autograph card with his daughter. And they were kind of throwing numbers at me. Like, when I already gave them the price, they were like, you said this and then you thought you said that. And anyway, just hold your ground. Don't let somebody corner you into selling it for cheaper.
I am interested in 2 cards today. Here, we talked about this one earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just having a hard time putting a comp on it myself. So I was wondering, have you seen raw comps on that? Have you seen?
If you find
No?
anything, I'll absolutely go lower. Whatever's fine.
Yes, but like, how did you come up with that price? How did you find it? Did you grade it yourself?
Somebody was trading, and I
Okay.
just saw it, and I thought Ray's a really popular character, and it's out of 10, and it is a 10. So I just thought, okay, this makes sense to just have his inventory, like, as long as it takes, just something flashy and fun that not many people have.
I do want this one too. Can we take that one out? Let me check comps on that one. And this one did 70 on a best offer. So I was thinking 60 for that one. And then plus that one,
It's that one that's the weird one.
320.
Is it cash?
Is it cash? It's cash.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're awesome. Look at these. Beauties. Star Wars beauties. Eddie, so I had to get this Ray. First of all, I don't have a Ray yet. And I just got this tattoo a few months ago right here. Rebel Starbird, baby. Now I have to get this Ray. Hey everyone, I'm here with Jake Coscuahuela. Pretty good, right? He is the promoter for the premiere show here, and he is a stalwart in this community, especially here in Southern California. This has been a really important show for a lot of people. A lot of people started here. I've been setting up here for a couple of years now. What's your best advice to someone who wants to set up at a card show for the first time?
Do it right. It's not about the money. It's about building a community. Make sure you have the right people, the right buyers, the right vendors. Build relationships. I guess that's the biggest one, because some people will just do it one time just because they want to cash out. If you do a show today and you disappear for 6 months, you're never gonna be able to do it again.
Being consistent is a really important thing that nobody's really talked about yet, is that you build those relationships by consistency, coming to every show and showing up. So what's your best advice for someone who may be feeling intimidated to negotiate?
You have to respect both the buyer and the seller. If you come up to a dealer and ask for a card 50% off right away, don't expect to be acknowledged. They're just gonna. It's a waste of time for them. There was a time here last show, somebody tried to buy my cards for 50% off. I don't need to sell it. They have to respect that. I'm willing to take time, even though if I'm going to take the hit.
That's really great advice. I think you really nailed it there with people sometimes feeling intimidated to sell their cards too. They want full market. So how does that work?
I would pay full market for certain cards. I would pay over market for certain cards. It's just a matter of, am I the only one selling it? If you ask for a card for $300 and you can buy it off eBay at $275, not last sold, but somebody sell it for $275, why would I buy it for $300 from you?
Very good advice. I don't know if anybody could have said it better. Someone with 30 years of experience here, who is a stalwart in the hobby and puts these things together for us. Putting together a show is not easy. Even if you try putting together something little, it's not easy. So thank you for everything that you do, Jay.
Well, thank you for coming down. Thank you, Seth. Good luck to you.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much. Look at me. I was trying to do an outro here, and I'm coughing, and somebody felt like I needed water. Thank you. People are amazing. If if you take anything away from this show, I want you to realize here that everybody at Car Shows is so nice and so willing to help and give advice like we were asking today. Just go out there and like Mark said, bring your product. What did he say? PPP. Bring your product, bring your prices, and bring your personality. Be yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I want to stress that so much, and come here and have fun and enjoy cards with other people that love cards. I hope that you had a lot of fun with us today at the premiere show. I know I did. My favorite part was taking home this beautiful, gorgeous Ray that I'm so proud to own. Go ahead and comment with what your favorite part of the video was. Don't forget to like, subscribe so we can keep making this content for you. We're here to serve you, everyone, and signing off for now. Thank you so much.